Hey guys, welcome back to Doc Loyal Talks Comics, and I've got a short little review for you tonight because I was off work on Friday, but I have to go to work tonight into Sunday morning, so I wanted to make sure there was a video prepared for you guys so that you could get your dose of Doc Loyal Talks Comics while I am sitting there watching my patients sleep, and I am unfortunately unable to do the same. So anyway, guys, I've got a review of Spawn, issue number 373 here, and we get Todd McFarlane as writer. Brett Booth is still on the artwork, which is amazing, seeing somebody stay on a book for that long. You just don't see that much anymore. So we open here with Sin, or Cagliostro, and Malebolgia. And Malebolgia has come back to life, but he's a shell of his former self. Now, I was thinking that Todd would have waited until 375 or even like 399 into 400 to bring Malebolgia back, because for the first 100 issues of the title, that was the big bad of Spawn. And that was who Al Simmons was doing everything that he could to take out. So you've got that, bubbling up that I thought was going to be taking longer to pull together. Sorry, I got two cats behind me trying to fight. But you get this amazing artwork from Brett Booth. I mean, the man has been doing artwork for Image and other companies for, 30 years now? And his artwork is still explosive. It still, gives you all the detail that you could ever hope for. And yet he's much quicker than like a David Finch or something like that. So Malebolgia decides, he says, I want everybody to know, and I want you to, let everybody know who you belong to. And so he carved an M into Cagliostro / Sin's forehead. And Sin, who had stolen power from two other Hellspawns, is, quite the adversary for somebody who's come back not quite at full strength. So you get to see him blast Malebolgia here on these two panels. And he says, I could kill you, but I don't. I choose to let you live because I brought you back for a reason. I brought you back because you deserve to be here, and you deserve to get your revenge on Al Simmons. Meanwhile, Simmons is still working with Blood, and they are almost to the same island. They have found where Sin is, and they're headed to the same island where Sin, and unbeknownst to them at first, Malebolgia resides. So Spawn is really digging his new wings that he got when he took them off of an angel a few issues ago. Meanwhile, we still have them. We have them sneaking in almost Metal Gear Solid style, but instead of being in a torpedo, they're following a string of orcas towards the island. So as you go through there, you're reading this different book, with different artwork and really, really awesome artwork. But what really got me with this issue, I picked up, I think, issue 298 through maybe 305, 306, something like that. And then I kind of dropped Spawn again. Well, when 350 hit, then I started reading the title again. And I've been reading it, but I mean, it's been going on for like 20-something years. So, the book is actually 33 years old now. So you have to know a lot of the lore, and unfortunately, I did not. I knew the basic premise of Spawn. I knew, that Todd created it and built a specific world with this character, but it's kind of like Savage Dragon. Savage Dragon is in my sphere of influence and understanding, but as far as day-to-day what's going on in that Savage Dragon title, I really couldn't tell you. So Spawn was kind of the same way. Spawn, I didn't know what was going on, and for a long time I've been kind of lost. Um, Issue to issue, I get the bigger picture, but as far as the details of said picture, they were kind of blurry to me. So it's great to actually read an issue here where it's clear as day. It's clear as day. Now, I do have to say that I've made comments before about Peter Parker never fully growing up. They try to keep him in his late teens, early 20s, now at this point, his mid 20s, and they don't want him to change. Todd never really wants Spawn to end. So, even though it's been almost 300 issues since Malbolgia was a threat, it's taken a long time to build him back up. And he finally explains in this portion of the book, he's like, I knew that one day the humans would betray me because I tried with animals. I couldn't attach it to the demons from hell because I know that I would have gotten, 100% compliance from them. He says, but when you, when you and Violator created the Hellspawn suit for me, you made it where demons couldn't wear the Hellspawn suit. He said, well, when Simmons destroyed me, then I split my soul, sending it into a bunch of different avatars. The Freak was almost able to put everybody back together, but then my skeletal body was here, there, and everywhere. So, point is, it's making sense. At this moment, it's making sense as to where we're going on this title. And even with it moving from a $2.99 book to a $3.99 book, it was a fun read. It was absolutely excellent because the bigger picture, at least from, let's say, 375 to 400, is starting to become clear. We're starting to see where Spawn is going as a title and what, the Toddster has for us for now the longest going independent comic. Even though Todd didn't do it fully by himself, I do have to still give Dave Sim that credit for being the artist. At least the Cerebus penciler with Gerhard coming on with issue 64 and doing the backgrounds. But I have to say, Dave Sim, still holds the record for me as far as sheer workload. But Spawn is the one left standing. So even though it's not been around nearly as long as Cerebus was, as far as it's a newer book, is what I'm trying to say, you're still getting a great story, and Todd himself is steering the ship. So you do still have considerable interest and considerable control by the original creator of the title. So you can't knock that. But anyway, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this little look at Spawn issue number 373. I am going to be dropping, dropping some titles here and there from my pull list, things that just feel like they're not going anywhere. And at one point, Spawn was one of those books, but now I am fully invested to issue 375 and then hopefully all the way through 400 and beyond. That would be really cool. So anyway, guys, have a wonderful Saturday night into Sunday morning. Hope you get plenty of sleep since I cannot. And we will catch you again in the next video.